Good morning. Sometimes I think that, my intellect is what's really keeping me from letting go. There's that part of me that says, if I could just take that leap of faith, and faith is that's I guess really where the question's coming in from. It's just, how does faith play into the entire law of attraction? As a young man for 30 years now, I have been pursuing the quote-unquote truth until it eventually occurred to me, as I studied under many teachers and many philosophies, that there wasn't a quote-unquote truth, that there was, in the world of relative existence, there's a multitude of truths, and that, in fact, there's infinite truths. My understanding eventually came to be that even if I take that leap of faith and say, this is what I believe, it's still just a belief, and my beliefs are constantly evolving. So no matter what I believe today, I could be believing something else tomorrow and something different the next day, depending upon whatever information comes to me. Once I came upon your knowledge, I recognized that you said, follow your bliss. Okay, Joseph Campbell said that, but you've adopted it. I thought, well, that's really it, isn't it? Because it doesn't matter what the person believes in, as long as they're getting the joy and the happiness that they feel. What does it really matter what we believe in, as long as we're getting that? But again, then my intellect comes in and goes, well,
But let's see if we can sort this out. Because,
okay, that would be great.
You see, there are several things that you've said, and we want to come back to the basis of them, because you have actually laid all of the components for the perfect understanding of how everything works. So let us piece it all together in a way that makes sense to you. There are three major things that you bring forward here. The first is the idea of truth. And we just want to say simply that truth or evidence or fact or reality is just the byproduct of holding a vibration. Anybody can make a truth out of anything. Cancer is a truth. Violence is a truth. Terrorism is a truth, as is well-being a truth. In other words, whatever you hold as your vibrational frequency, law of attraction will assist you in manifesting it. And when it manifests and other physical beings look at it and start cataloging and pigeonholing it, they'll call it a truth or a fact. And we say, so what? So what? All people are saying is, I will look at something that is somebody else's truth, hold it in my vibrational countenance, and make it my own truth, and then it will be truer. And we say, so what? What does the fact that someone else has held something in their vibration and made it a truth, what does that have to do with me or with anything? Unless I am consciously deciphering and personally making a decision about whether I want to experience that truth, I am not a deliberate creator. I'm creating by default. So people are running around giving their attention to all kinds of things, offering all kinds of vibrations, and making all kinds of things their truth without having any sense of what they're doing. And then they begin to catalog the truths, put the truths in good piles and in bad piles, and they try to modify or monitor their behavior based upon the outcomes, where what we want you to do is to begin to understand the source or the reason for the truths that people are living and begin adjusting there. Now that's where the word faith comes in that you talked about. If you are understanding well-being and you are often practicing the feeling of well-being, that is the ultimate faith-based approach to living happily ever after. Because you don't know how it's going to come or where it's going to come or who's going to bring it or when it's going to come. You just know that well-being is. And from that faith-based vibration, well-being will show itself to you in endless, exciting, delicious ways, you see. So what is faith anyway? Faith is belief in. What's belief in? Belief in is offering a consistent vibration about something. Belief is a thought that I keep thinking. Belief is a dominant vibration. So faith is offering a dominant vibration of well-being. Faith is belief in something that I don't yet have evidence of. So I have this hope or this dream or this desire for something, but I don't see it in my life. So I have no fact or truth that I can hang my hat on, but I have this faith or this vision of that which is to come. So we would say that what faith is the ability to hold myself in vibrational harmony with well-being even before I have evidence to do it. Now, it's easy to create more money when you've got plenty of money, because when you got plenty of money, you feel secure. When you feel secure, you don't hold money away. So you don't need faith. You did once maybe, but you don't need faith to have plenty of money coming if you've got plenty of money coming. All you have to do is observe where you are. So why does somebody need faith? Because you need the ability to focus somewhere that you're not living and achieve a vibration that you're not yet living in order to live the vibration that you're not yet living that you want to live. So we would say that what faith is focusing thought. What faith is feeling my way. What faith is wanting so much to feel comfortable in my skin that I don't allow myself to regurgitate thoughts that make me feel uncomfortable. Faith is believing in law of attraction. Faith is understanding that well-being is the dominant source. Faith is nothing more than returning to the natural resources of my own natural being. Faith is being who I really am. I trust that well-being abounds. That's faith. So we don't want you to stand on the edge of a cliff and tempt fate by saying, I'll use my faith that I won't fall, or that if I do fall, I'll fly. We want you to have faith in something that is sure. We want you to have faith in the understanding that you are a worthy being, or faith in the understanding that law of attraction is the manager of all things. When you get control of your vibration, it's easy to have faith about all things wanted. And until you have control of your own vibration, it's hard to have faith because you got all kinds of things popping into your life that you don't understand. There are so many people running around talking about faith who haven't even got a clue or an inkling of vibration that matches faith within them. In other words, it's all lip service. Until you feel secure, until you know who you are, it's hard to have faith. And so that's why we want to skip over all of the manifestations. We want to cut right to what really matters. We want you to start feeling love. By loving, not by being loved. We want you to start feeling clarity by thinking, not by being confused. We want you to start exercising your ability to focus in order to generate the feeling within you. And once you do it on one small subject, then you've got the hang of it and off you can go. You don't have to have faith that the sun will come up every morning to bring it up. It's coming up. You don't have to have faith that your earth will keep spinning in its orbit. It's going to spin in its orbit. You don't have to have faith that the rain will fall. The rain's going to fall. The food's going to grow. You don't have to have faith that your body knows what to do. Your body knows what to do. You see, there's so much that you don't need faith about because you've got fact about. The stuff you need faith about is the well-being nucleus of all that is. And so what we notice as we watch so many of our physical friends is that you get lost in the counting and the putting into piles of thoughts rather than into the feeling comfortable in your skin, rather than the feeling of your connection to source. Because like the squirrel, when you're connected to your source, you know what to do. We think this is what you're really asking. We're just going to be very blunt about it all. Well, Abraham, what's this business about deliberate creation? What is it? Am I supposed to be the creator of my own reality, or am I supposed to let go and let God? In other words, one day you teach me that I'm supposed to be deliberate about my thoughts and that I get what I think about, and the next day you say, don't think too much about any of this stuff, just get happy and well-being will come.
It's true because...
And then we say, both of those parts are necessary. You get to direct what you are wanting, and then you've got to find vibrational harmony with what you have decided that you want. So, here is the way we would see it if we were standing in your physical shoes. You come forth into an environment that has variety of experience that causes personal preferences to be born within you. You can't help but notice what you like. And the more you experience it, the pickier you become. In other words, once you've had a pleasing experience, it's hard for you to go back to an unpleasing experience on the same subject. You keep growing in terms of what you desire and demand or want for yourself. So as these desires exude out of you, source energy takes pleasure in your expansion, in your personal evolution. and answers each new desire. But you have to keep pace with the expansion of your desire. Ooh, these are good words. What goes wrong for so many, and where faith must come in, is you've got to keep pace with the expansion of your own desires. If you don't, you have a sort of crash experience, you see. So the whole point of the art of allowing is to help you keep pace with the expansion of your own ideas. And so here is the answer to your question. You want to be a creator, and you like to be specific. But if you are more specific than you can believe, then you get contradicted energy, which isn't fun, which doesn't feel good, which is stressful to your body. So the rule of thumb is you're wanting to be as specific as you can be and still feel good. So we teach be specific, and then we teach let go and let it be, and then we teach be specific, and then we teach let go and let it be. We say decide what you want, and then we say but don't worry if it hasn't come. We say express what you want, but then give yourself through the path of least resistance the opportunity to allow it to be. Call unwanted situations temporary. Give yourself the benefit of the doubt every chance you get. Feel your way into this creative experience. We know that as you set a goal, that the achievement of the goal is very important to you in this physical realm. You want the house, or you want the car, or you want the relationship, or you want the experience, or you want the dollars, and we want all of that for you. But we know something that often you forget, and that is that the reason that you want that outcome is because it will provide for you the journey that is life. So many people stand in there now wanting something they don't have, sure that when they get that, they'll feel better. And we say, we want you to feel better now. We don't want your life to always be on hold as you're waiting for some future piece of the puzzle to fit into place. It's like, oh, I'm really busy now, I'm really busy now, I'm really busy now, I'm really busy now, I've got too much to do now, but it'll turn out good because then I'll have a book that others will appreciate. Or I'm really busy now, I'm really busy now, I'm having a miserable day, I'm shopping, I'm fighting traffic, I'm wrapping things, I'm staying up all night, I'm really busy, but it'll pay off because on Christmas Day everybody will be really happy. And we say, it isn't worth squandering now for some future experience, because the future experience of joy never comes under those conditions, because the vibration that you practice today is the vibration that nets you your tomorrow, you see. So you just gotta decide, I'm gonna be happy now, 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 I'm gonna be happy now. I'm gonna find a thought, word, or deed that makes me feel joy now. Life is now. Life is now. Life is now. So when you are thinking the thought that feels good now, you don't need faith, because you're in vibrational alignment with all that is good. When you find the thought that feels good now, you're allowing your body to function, you're allowing your thoughts to flow, you're allowing yourself to receive all of the good stuff that the universe has lined up for you. The only people who need faith are the people who are not understanding how to hold themselves in vibrational alignment with their source. And the thing that is tricky about that is the ultimate faith is being in alignment with that. So it's sort of like saying you only need it when you don't have it. You only need it when you don't have it. And when you don't have it, you can't get it. It's one of those words. It's no wonder you all keep talking about it. You're never going to figure this one out.
It seems to me that in my life, I'm in well-being much more than I'm not in well-being.
In fact, most of you have to go into someone else's experience to find not well-being. Quite a bit. In other words, you have to do quite a bit of that before you can get any of it in your own life.
Right. Right. Well,
you have to go looking for it. There's trouble over there, there's trouble over there, there's trouble over there, there's trouble over there. Oh, look, the trouble's getting closer. Oh, look, the trouble's getting closer. Oh, look, the trouble's getting closer. I've got trouble. I knew I was going to have trouble. I had faith in trouble. It's time to stop feeling bad about feeling bad. It's time to stop feeling negative emotion about having negative emotion. It's time to stop condemning your guidance system. If you're molding clay, you're glad you've got sensors in your fingers. And if you're molding energy, you must be glad that you've got emotions in your belly. You've got to be glad that you can feel, because how do you know what is good if you can't feel what doesn't feel good? How do you know what is comfortable in your skin if you don't feel uncomfortable in your skin? How do you know if you're on the road if you don't know what it's like when you're off the road? Esther really likes those little bumps that they put on some of the highways that lets her know right away she's off the road before she's really off the road. It's nice to know that you're sort of off the road before you're off the road, you see.